Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to the Christine Furman Show. I am Christine Furman, and I am so glad that you guys are here today. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to give everyone just a few minutes to be popping on here. Of course, always a few technical difficulties, but we are here ready to go for you. So I'm super excited for that. So, welcome everyone. I'm Christine Furman, founder and owner of Momspiration 412, Eduplay Learning and Teaching Moments. And I'm so excited to jump in here with you and talk to you about the gift giving season and all about gift giving this year. So, next week is Thanksgiving, so we will not be live for a show next week. So, this is the perfect opportunity before all of the crazy holiday shopping begins, which you may have already started your holiday shopping. So, if you have, I would love to know in the comments. I would love to know that you're here. I would love to know where you are on your holiday shopping status. Have you finished all your holiday shopping and you're ready to go just to enjoy the holidays? Or are you ordering things still and receiving packages every day? Or are you a Black Friday shopper? Like, what is your status? We have ordered one gift so far. One gift, but I will be sharing with you a little bit more about that as we get further into the show. So, thank you again so much for joining. If you are here, please let us know in the comments that you are here. Give me a shout out, give me a wave, let me know that you're here. And the question for our show today is I want you to imagine and think back, not even imagine, but think back to when you were a child and think about those gifts that were the most valuable to you. Those gifts that you just were like, wow, that was the best gift I ever got. And a lot of people responded within the groups and, on other platforms. And we had a lot of great answers. One was an easy bake oven. So, any mamas out there can remember those easy bake oven years, definitely over here. And the Kim, she even said, like, thank you to my dad for eating all of the food that I made him with a light bulb in our easy bake oven. So that is just what it's all about, though. It's about those gifts that are going to be a memory, and giving that experience to our families, to our children. And for me as an educator, I'm all about the educational component. Sure, do my kids get toys? Yes, absolutely. But I also want to make sure that there's some kind of educational component that's there that they can then in turn make it a teaching moment. So, you guys may have read the story on social media, and the one story that I shared with you was our gift giving angel. So every year, even when I was a child, my mom took us to wherever it was. If it was a church, if it was a department store, I really feel like it was Hills at the time. If anyone can remember Hills, that was right at the bottom of the hill where our house was, and that was like our go-to place. And we would get an angel tree angel, and we would shop for that child. And a lot of times we found one that was our same age or similar interests or things like that. And it was just so awesome to be able to walk into the holiday season with a giving heart and walk in to wherever you're going to drop off that gift, and just proudly set that gift down or hand that gift over and say, I am going to be giving this to someone that does not have a Christmas like I do. And it was such a memorable moment for me as a child, and even going into my adulthood. As I got older, obviously my mom's not going to take me shopping, like we did, or we did. And she may have picked out the angel tree, children, and then we would go shopping together. But now as an adult, I have the opportunity to share that gift with my own children. And our church, they sponsored 800 families, 800 children. And I think we really were able to help a lot of them. So it was a huge opportunity to have the kids walk over to the Christmas tree, have them look for a child that was the same age or similar interest. Ella was excited to find a 6-year old that, likes to draw in arts and crafts. And Alex was excited to find someone that was interested in Paw Patrol. And because then it's relatable to them too. They're taking this moment and they're saying, yes, like, what if there was me that I really loved Paw Patrol, but I couldn't get Paw Patrol for Christmas, or I didn't have toys like I do? How can I help this child and provide a toy for them or an activity for them, or, whatever it may be? So the kids really, really did enjoy that. And it was really giving them a good opportunity and a good teaching moment, like I said, to talk to them about what these children may or may not have and why it's important to, let's get them a new pair of shoes, and let's get them a new outfit, and let's get them a toy, and and we had a 5 gift maximum. So we didn't go crazy, but we definitely wanted to make sure that we were able to provide for these children that we chose. And Ella, the best part was when she said, wow, I really love shopping for other people. I mean, that just made my heart stop for a second and just made me say, yes, yes, yes. That is exactly the whole purpose of what we're doing here. We are really showing our children the purpose of gift giving and giving. It doesn't have to be a whole gift. It doesn't have to be, many of you said about the Operation Shoebox, which we've done that before, and the value of a toothbrush going into a backpack for a foster kid, for foster families, the foster backpack drive. I forget what it's called. Alyssa shared that one. But or the Operation Shoebox, where you're putting some toothbrushes in there and toiletries and, all of these things that we may take for granted that are so, so valuable to these other families and children. So, and that again turns into that moment where you can talk to your children and say, yes, like, you need a toothbrush and we just go to the store and buy a toothbrush. But that's not always the case for some of these children, And it gives them that opportunity to say, wow, it's not all children have the opportunities that I have. So the other thing that I shared about with you guys was gift giving and some ideas, gift ideas, right? So a couple years ago, we bought Ella and Alex, or they got a kitchen set. And they have had so many memories in this kitchen set. They have little aprons, they have little hats, they have all the food, they have all the things, right? But now, as they're getting older, it's getting to be that time where we have to start retiring some of the toys that we do have and, passing them along to other families and letting them enjoy them and make memories with them. So as we were doing that this weekend or this week, the kids were so great. They were going for it and they were, saying, yes, like, I can donate these toys and I can, this kitchen set, I'm done with this one, or here's this, and who would really love this, our neighbor or our family member, or or another family. And they were really just excited to go through what they had and give. And here I am washing the dishes, watching them play in this kitchen set, thinking in my head that we're going to be getting rid of something that has made so many memories, and I start crying because I could not handle that. I couldn't handle the giving something away that made so many memories for us. And you may have some things like that as well. There's definitely some toys that we do keep, that have special meanings. But then there's other things that the children get that it's an opportunity for them to pass it along. So another thing that I'm going to share with you guys today, I would love to know, one, if you guys have done any kind of gift giving with your children. So one, if you've, had a special toy as a child, what was that toy? and was it, someone said a karaoke machine. I thought that was so cool. And that's such a great gift as well. Um, and so lots of amazing things that, we take and we remember as children. So, and then, the other question is like, how do you help your children with gift giving? Are they able to freely go through their toys and say, okay, it's time to, let go of some of these things, let go of some of these things that are not, that I don't play with anymore, or that we just don't use. One of the things that I saw was a great idea, and I did not come up with it. It was such a great idea, though. It was a picture of a Christmas tree, or, it was a picture, but it was a Christmas tree, and under the Christmas tree was a basket, and it said, "You have to give to get." So the kids had to fill the basket up with toys that they didn't use anymore, and that's how they were going to receive new gifts for the holiday season. So I thought that was a cute little idea, and I love that as well. So if you're here, I would love to know. Pop it in the comments. Let me know that you guys are here. I love saying hi to you all. And I now am going to get into the segment where I talk about some gift ideas. So we had one mom share that a vanity for her child. And that I remember that. I got Ella one when she was little, and it was just a plastic, like mini one. It was not a very nice wooden one or anything like that. But it was just so cool to have her sit there and pretend to put her makeup on and, just fix her hair. So that was a cute one. And then someone said it's very difficult for a 6-year-old boy. And I totally get that, because here's the thing. It's so difficult because, number one, there's so many things out there, right? And we have all of these opportunities to be able to purchase things so much easier. We have Amazon. You go to Target and they walk down the aisle and they want to pick a toy, or, their birthdays, or whatever other holidays you may celebrate. It's an opportunity to purchase gifts, right? So you may have an abundance of things and you're like, what else do you need to get them? Because what else do they really need, right? Or maybe it's just the fact that, like, what do they even like? What do they play with, right? So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I have in our home. And some of these things I keep kind of in a separate area. So then that way it's not available to them at all times. It is something that they are able to, get and play with at a specific time throughout the day. Oh, it's quiet time. Okay, well, I'm going to grab a toy from the quiet area and I'm going to, use that or play with that toy today. Or, it's time for me to work independently on my letters or whatever it may be. And they have an option of things to choose from there. So if you know me at all, it's completely organized and everything kind of has a place. And that really helps them too, to not feel like, well, what do I play with first? Right? That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother show whenever I share with you the overload of, when you tell a child to go play and they just have a whole room full of toys and, well, what do I play with? Right? That's a whole nother show. We'll get to that in the new year, I promise. Especially after you get all of those new toys from the holidays. So we will. I'll mark that down. That'll be a great show topic. So now what I'm going to do is get into some gift giving ideas. So the first one I have here, this just happens to be the first one that I put on the table, is a cash register. And this cash register is a great idea. I did not bring the food up with it, but anything Leapfrog I seem to like a lot, because it does have that fun part, but it also has that educational part to it as well. So you have the option, to have money and bills, and this isn't real, obviously, but what my children have done is they put real pennies in it. They're plastic pennies, but, so it has coins. They have then, other coins that are plastic. So then that way, this is a great opportunity to start learning about purchasing something, buying it with money. And then also, if you do put a few coins in here, depending on the age of your children, My children know not to put them in their mouth. They're 4 and 6. They're not going to swallow them. If you have younger children, definitely don't want to be putting coins in here that are too small. These coins here are, and trust me, I know kids can put things like this in their mouth too. So you just want to be careful of that. But this is a great opportunity because it has numbers so they can count. They can purchase food and give you a certain amount of money for that food. They can categorize food, like what food goes in the dairy, what food is a vegetable. So anything kitchen related is a great opportunity for them to use their imagination, but it's also a great opportunity to turn it into a teaching moment because you are able then to take these items and make it real life. And that's what teaching moments is all about. It's just making it real life, you know? So that is one of my, one of the ones that as we were going through the kitchen, I was like, we're going to actually keep this because this is something that I can use not only when they're playing, but also during homeschool, you know? And it's an opportunity for me to teach them how much does bread cost and how much does carrots cost. And if you have to buy both of those, there's your adding, how much money do you have? And then you can do subtraction as well. So lots of great things. And I see here that I have a fellow teacher with me, and I love her so much. Rachel, she said a wind-up piano that played memories from my gram. Aw, I'm sending you so much love, honey. Cabbage Patch Doll Heidi. Yes, I had a Cabbage Patch Doll too. Love Cabbage Patch Dolls. And then a caboodle filled with the craziest of earrings. Yes, yes, I had all of those. I love that. I do not have a wind-up piano though. So that is awesome though, that you have those memories and those gifts that sometimes you get from a family member that you're just like, that was such a special moment. Or, you know, you open that gift up or that game up or that toy and you remember, you know, what happened that Christmas. You know, did you all snuggle on the couch with your new stuffies and your blanket and, you know, you watched a movie, a holiday movie? Or was it a family game that you guys got that everyone sat around the table and there was laughter and there was love and there was, you know, just the fun and the memories of the family. So I just love all of this. So thank you, Rachel, for sharing that. Another idea that I have here is, this is one that is an amazing one. And I know a lot of people have gotten these. I have two different brands of these. I do not believe that these are the best brand because I've heard that there's been recalls that these magnets can open up. Okay, and there's little teeny tiny magnets in here. These are not the best ones. But again, my children were a little bit older when they did get these ones, so it was okay for them. But there are other ones that we have that are definitely better. But magnet tiles, something that even my son, you know, at 4, almost 5, he still will sit there and build with these magnet tiles. And I will too. I mean, it's just so therapeutic sometimes too. You know, you want to get something that you are engaged in with the kids too. So magnet tiles are another great idea here. Just giving you guys some gift giving ideas for kids. And I know I'll get into some of the older ones as well. These ones are for a little bit younger kiddos. This here is definitely for a younger kiddo, and I believe these came from like Sam's Club or Amazon. This one is turtles, and it matches shapes with numbers. So again, that imaginative play, because they can play with these turtles, but then they can also count with them. They can also match them up by color, by size. So a lot of categorizing here. Another one that I really love, and we got all of these sets, but there's actually 2 of them here. This one is numbers. So you match up the dot on the one side of the cow with the number on the other side of the cow. So that one is another fun one. They can categorize them by color or line them up in number order, which is a great way to teach them the numbers that come next. Alligator ones. These ones are alphabet alligators, and these ones you match up the uppercase and the lowercase, I believe. Yes. uppercase and lowercase. So again, that letter recognition. You can even talk about letter sounds. Lots of great things here. So those are just a few. Now, if you're getting up to a little bit older kiddos, so getting into that early school age years. Oh, wait, one more thing before I get to the school age kiddos. Something else that I have here is the Melissa and Doug broom set. And some of you guys may already have this. I know this is a big hit, and it's kind of hard to see there, but that is a great one to teach the opportunities of like life skills of sweeping up and mopping and dusting, and so that one has been a huge hit that whenever they make a mess, they can get their Melissa and Doug set broom and they can clean up their mess. So lots of great ideas for those little kiddos here, toddlers into young school age, kindergarten age level. But then as you get into the early school age, here's a couple things that I have. I actually am in a program where I get to review toys from Mattel, and this was definitely one of my favorites. And this one here, obviously, it gives the kids the opportunity to write. It's that magnet tile like we used to have when we were young. What was that called with the shaker? Oh my gosh, I cannot think of it. If you know, drop it in the comments. You know which one I'm talking about though, right? The one with, well, that was like the, I was really thinking about the one with the red, right? With the knobs that you can make a picture, but then if you shake it, the whole thing goes away. That's what I was thinking of. But this is that magnet pen. So of course, no mess, which is awesome. The kids can practice writing their name, practice writing letters, and you can even make words. So, I mean, this was definitely one of my favorite things that I reviewed from Mattel and received from them, because it is a great learning opportunity, but also something that's fun, So when the kiddos are practicing writing their letters, they're able to write them right on there and write their words, and it's just something fun for them. And here's something that is an imaginative kind of a play idea, and they are just straws and little connectors. So this is for an older kiddo for sure, because it has little pieces. So here are these little connectors, and then here are these straws, and you would put them together like this. So you can make cars. The kids often make like headbands. You can make, there's so many things you can make here with them, and hula hoops or anything. So it's such a great little, a great toy or gift idea for someone that is looking to really engage your kids. And you can see here that these are a lot of low tech toys, right? And the goal of my program has always been to engage the kids with, I'm sorry, there's a hair on my eyelashes. To engage the kids with fun, interactive ideas, right? For the older kiddos, if you were to have a tablet, if they were to have a tablet, the Osmo is another thing, and I have it over there. I meant to grab it, but it connects to a tablet, and then it has a camera, and then the kids can match up letter tiles. There's one for coding. There's math ideas. There's, drawing. So that's for an older kiddo that may be interested, because I know as they continue to get older, they want more of those tech kind of gifts, whether it's a tablet or an iWatch or a Fitbit or a phone, whatever it may be, they're looking for those kind of things. So an Osmo may help kind of take the place of that for a little bit, and still make it educational. But the big thing that we do within the program is it's all about educational. And it's all about how can you take something throughout your day, doesn't matter what it is, and turn it into a fun educational activity, right? And I talk about this a lot in the Teaching Moments group. And if you guys are interested to join the Teaching Moments group, just drop a comment here. Drop me an emoji in the comments and let me know, and I will get you the link for the Teaching Moments group, okay? Because that group is definitely a little bit different. This group is more for the moms, giving the resources for the moms. That group then is going to be, how can you teach your kids with, with a customized plan? How can you teach your kids throughout the day? You guys may have seen, I say every mom can teach, every child can learn. And I truly, deeply believe that with the right accommodations, with the right love, and with the right activities. So what I have worked so hard on is something called the Eduplay learning curriculum, okay? And this curriculum is something that is a hands-on curriculum. It has allowed families all over to be able to interact with their kids with hands-on activities. And a lot of times it is a theme that relates to the month. I have a kid here, and these are some of the things. This is the little gift of education that you can give. And I talk about this a lot. Giving the gift of education is such an amazing gift that you can give, because it is something that keeps on giving. You are giving this opportunity for them to succeed later in life, succeed now, and then later in life. So it's a great opportunity to share that with children of all ages. And it doesn't even have to be your own children, grandchildren, neighbors, anyone, or your nieces, your uncle, your nieces, your nephews, anyone that may be interested in a different idea. We are always talking about experience gifts and how can we, do something with our families and our children. And I just want to, give you a little sneak peek of the Teaching Moments program that is going to be utilizing the Eduplay learning curriculum. And that curriculum is very simply, you make something like this and you talk about the facts of a polar bear. You sing a song about polar bears. You make a recipe that looks like a polar bear. And now your child has had the opportunity to learn about polar bears in multiple different ways. They've been singing about them. They have been crafting about them. They have been doing math with them. They have been reading about them or listening or jumping or moving or, all of these things that can be done to get your kids excited for learning. And that is what I am so excited to share with you. So I am here if you are interested in knowing more about how you can give the gift of education. I will be sharing more details about it over the next couple weeks, because it is definitely something that I truly believe deep in my heart is so valuable for your children. And it is just building that foundation that is going to help them succeed in life, be lifelong learners, and be confident and independent. And isn't that what we really want? We want our kids to go out into the world, to be confident. We want them to be independent. We want them to be able to take care of themselves. And we want them to just really learn and be the best that they can be. So stay tuned. I do have a lot more to share with you about the gift of education. I have so many great surprises coming for you the rest of this month and into December. And just stay tuned for so many amazing guests that we'll be having on the show that are going to be able to provide you with this expert advice and just really be able to answer any questions you have. So if you have any questions now about giving the gift of education, if you have any questions about gifts that I shared with you guys today, drop it in the comments and let me know. I can get you a link to some of these if you're interested, or even the title of, what they are. And I can also reach out and talk to you more about giving the gift of education through our Teaching Moments program. But I also would love to know, what is that one gift or multiple gifts that you have received as a child that was so meaningful to you and so valuable? And I want you to think about what are some of those things that we can be giving to our children in the upcoming months. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great day. We will not have a show next week. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And we will resume back in December. And I have some amazing guests for you and just lots of great information. So stay tuned, guys. We have so much going on. And just know that I'm sending you so much love, hugs, happiness, and health. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.